5 of them spawn on it once. I don't know if it was the whole squad, but wow.
What's up, guys? Adderus here. I'm just gonna go over some basic information on the game database. So if you'll go up here to Tools and then you go to Database, this will bring up your basic database information about your game. As you can see, you got actors, classes, skills, items, weapons, armors, enemies, troops, states, animations, tile sets, common events. Those are basically your global events. System, this is all stuff to do with like the menus, different music for different things like flying, you're on a boat, game over, defeat, victory, title screen, all that good stuff. Types, this is where you define like your magic, your attacks, armor types, equipment types, skill types, all that good stuff here. Terms, this is where you can change, like say you don't want your currency to be named gold, or you don't want it to be named gold coins or GC, or you don't want it levels, you want it to be ranks. This is where you would change everything in here. You would go like that, go through. You can change it from experience, if you want to choose some other name, if you want to call it Kaja points or something like that, you can change it to that. But we're going to start up here with some of the basic stuff. So if you go up to the Actors tab, this is where you're going to define your characters throughout your game. The Actors tab, that is for the actors that you're actually going to have actively able to be in your party. That's what I would stick with, is all the characters that you want in your party. So if you want to change the default or explore around with these, you can. That would be the best bet when you're first starting out, and then from there, whenever you get a good understanding of all the different characters, then you can add some new ones. Which, if you want to add some new ones, go down to change maximum, and you can increase this up to how many ever you want for your characters. So let's go ahead and make a character. We're going to call this one Amelia, and then you can give him a nickname, and then you can give him a class. Now if they're gonna have a custom class, then this is where you want to go ahead and just do a fill-in for now, like hero, warrior, mage, priest, whatever it is you're wanting to do with them. I'm just gonna go with priest right now. Then you'll double click on face. This will give you the option to choose your character's face. Like earlier video I did, I actually went through and made a character. If you check out the character generator video, which I'm going to have a link pop up here shortly, that will show you where they're at. So this is your character. This is the character that you're going to see walking around doing all that good stuff. Then the battler. This is what you'll see in a battle. This is basically the left-right version, depending on which way the character is facing, as well as like the damaged or incapacitated version. That's also included there at the end. So you hit OK on that. If you want to give them a profile, this is basically like a little bio of what your character is. So I'm gonna put in something here. She travels the land looking to spread her we're not gonna put female, her ninja bear elvish ways across the lands. Now as you can see, it cut off there. So if you want to, you can go up there and hit enter, and then it puts it back into the box. See, with RPG Maker VX Ace, it actually allows you to scroll down and whatnot, but for some reason it's not doing it on here. But anyways, okay, now that we've got that, this is going to be your starting equipment whenever the character first comes into the party. This is good if you're adding a character, say you're doing a cutscene and this character is going to join your party and be, you know, part of the battle, some kind of battle that you have set up already, and you need them to be super powerful. This is where you would give them a super powerful weapon in order to not have the battle fail or go a different way that you want it to go than you would want it to go. This is where you would add it in. So if you wanted a different weapon, you want to set them, maybe you want to set them with a bow, and then you can set that. Shield, head, body, accessory, all that good stuff. Accessory, that's basically your rings, necklaces, stuff like that. Body, that's like your body armor. Head, helmet, shield, all that good stuff. Okay, now the traits box. This is where you can add in custom traits. Like, say you only want them to equip a certain weapon, or do a certain, you know, they get some kind of certain ability. Like, say you want them to have 200% fire damage. Say they were a fire mage or something like that. You can do that right there. But since that's not what we're wanting, since she is a she's a priest, so the weapon damage I think would be holy or light. You could give her a little bit increase so she does, you know, higher skills than other ones. If you want them to equip a certain kind of weapon or armor, this is where you would do it. The priest, you could have a dagger, and if you want multiple types, then this is how you do it. You go in here, you go up to equip, and you do one per line, which I don't see a staff in here, so I'll just go with cane. And you can do this with armor, you can do this with this allows you to close off a different type of body piece. Like, say you don't want them to carry a weapon or a shield or something like that. You want to make it to where they can only carry the one. Which, you know, that's up to your personal preference. And then right here, this is where you allow different armor and stuff like that. I would leave her at light armor or magic armor or general armor. That's all your personal preference. And then note, this can sometimes be used for scripts. I know that's how it was in RPG Maker VX Ace. You would use this to set certain scripts in order to enable things. I think there was something with a claw script that you had to add in some stuff here with brackets and whatnot. But that's outside the scope of this video. Okay, so then you want to hit apply, and you can hit OK, and then go ahead and save your game. That way it saves your character in there. Now, classes. This is where you're going to define your different classes, and you can define their growth rate as well. Basically, they're going to do the experience curve as well. See all the different accelerations and whatnot. This will determine what they start out with, like how high it has to be in order to level up. The lower this is, the lower the final required amount is. Sorry, can't English today. And then extra value, that just adds on that little bit to help boost it up a little bit. And then acceleration A, this will increase or decrease the curve as well. I would just leave it alone, leave it at default. I mean, unless you're wanting this to be like an extremely hard, you know, to level up. You know, basically right there, that's a pretty steep curve, but we don't want to do that. But it's the same, you know, pretty much with the other values. when you open up one, then it pops up all these, so you can go through and check these out. But you can check these out. It's basically a line from one, from the base value, whatever you set, it does like a line like that. You can do generate, which will allow you to generate a start and an end. And you can define fast growth, or you can define slow growth. Now, that right there, that makes it balloon up. But if you go slow growth, that's going to make it, concave in. So, it's all up to you. If you want it to be a nice, slow, steady generation, or if you want it to be over or under. But it's the same for all these different settings here. For max HP, MP, attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense, agility, and luck. They're all the same. Let's see here. And then you got your skills. Say you want different classes to have different skills, you can set all that up here. But you will need the skills already created in order to set that skill in here. You can't create the skill here. You have to go into this tab and actually create the skill. Which basically the skill is it's pretty much magic. It can be a magic attack or a physical attack, as you can see here. But yeah, okay, let's go back to classes. This right here, this is basically the same as it was on the actors. The same exact setup. You can set them to where they can have different things, like different parameters, tag, skill, equip, all that good stuff. A lot of it carries over, and once you understand that, then the whole process starts to become streamlined. But the way it seems is all these different tabs hook into each other. So sometimes it's better if you already have an idea of what kind of weapons and armor. I would start with those, which those are pretty much the same weapons, armors, items. They're pretty much the same. With items, that's going to be like your potions, antidotes, your what do you call that? Mana potions, healing potions, all that good stuff. Any kind of thing you want. Say you want cow's milk in here, you can add cow's milk, because I've done that before. Made a little cow milking game. Let's see. But let's go ahead and add a new one in here. We'll go with cow milk. So delicious. And we're going to have that as a regular item. Now with item type, regular item, key item, hidden item, and hidden item B. Key item, that's going to be like your keys. Like if it needs a special key or something like that for a door. That would be where you do it. But I would stick with regular item. Consumable, that means you can use it to do an effect or something like that. Price, this is where you set your amount in currency that you have to use it, or that's the amount of currency it costs in order to buy it from a store. Okay, and scope, this is who it's going to be used on. Say it's an attack potion, like say it's like some kind of acid in a glass flask or something like that, and you wanted to attack an enemy with it, then you would, this is where you would set it up. So you want all enemies, one enemy, one random, two random, three random, four random, one ally, all allies. Say you like the Phoenix, what was it? The Phoenix down on Final Fantasy, reviving an ally. That's basically what you could do there. That's that effect right there, because you're going to revive them. You would have to set it up though to revive the character. You would have to go in here and I think this is, nope, not there. Boop, boop, boop. Yep, so you can do like a smoke bomb and do escape right there. But recover, that's what that's gonna do. And then you can set a custom amount if you wanted to recover. And then if you want it to be a certain hit, which certain hit that's gonna be if you wanted to actually hit every time. Physical attack, that's when it's gonna take into effect of stats. And then right here, this is all your animations and whatnot. You want wind, you want earth, fire, power up, and then there it was. Just found it. So you want to use cow milk as your revive, you can do that. So you want to be HP recover, element none. That's where you can set all that. This kind of stuff is new. I haven't run into that yet because I don't remember it being in the other one. But set this to 500, and if you highlight over, it was telling me there for a second, so I can show you. No, it's not going to tell me. Let me see if it'll pop out. Oh, now it's not going to show me. But if you hover over one of these pieces, it'll pop up the information on the stuff there. But okay, let's move on to weapons. Weapons pretty much the same. Just going to be a custom. Let's see. So you want a dagger, which I'm surprised that daggers aren't already in here. Considering that it's got that up here, like dagger, but that all has to do with down here. Not that. Whoa, where's that? There it is. Types. This is all your different types of weapons. So this is like going to be your basic item and skill types and stuff like that. This is where you would define it. Say you wanted to make a D&D style game with the, an RPG with the D&D style tools, rule set, not tool set. This is where you would do it. Let's see here. And yeah, weapons and armors are pretty much the same. Right here, you edit, and then you can set your parameters in here, just like with the items and the skills. With skills, skills are a little bit different because you got the stuff where you can add buffs, debuffs, all that good stuff. And then here's some notes, just an example. This is notes that were put in by the developers, just to give you some kind of idea. This is where you could also add note for these. Description, that's where you want to describe the item. So if you're scrolling through your menu in game, you'll be able to know what the item actually does if you've never played an RPG before. Okay, let's go down to enemies. Now before you get into troops, you want to make sure you set up enemies. If you're going to have custom enemies, this is the place to do it at. So let's see. Surprised they don't have skeleton already in here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go through, find us a skeleton, because every release of RPG Maker has come with some kind of skeleton of some sort. And if they don't, I'm going to be highly upset. Well, I'll be a little upset. I won't be highly upset. I'll just have to... oh, there we go. A dancing skeleton. And then here, you can actually change the different colors. Like, say you want to make a regular and an elite or a champion version. This is how you would vary it. You can change in the hue. And then you can set the attacks. Then the stats of the skeleton. Make little notes like regular fighter. Say you wanted to make them have a custom class or something, to describe it. Whenever you're doing editing again, that's where you would do it. Oh, there. And I left it alone, and then it finally showed up. So if you leave it alone, if you leave your mouse there for long enough, it will tell you different little tool tips on the item that you're hovering over. Drop item. This is where, say you want them to drop an item each time. This is where you would set it up. Let's see. Say I want him to drop a potion each time. That's where I can set that up. XP and gold. That's where you would set all that up. It's pretty similar. And then, of course, your different traits for the monster. Now, troops. This is similar to doing a regular monster, but this time around you're setting up for the battle screen. So let's see, this is where you'll describe it basically. Skeleton squad. Okay, and we're gonna add one skeleton. You move them around, add another one, put them up there, and then add another one. Okay, and now that you got your different ones back there, and you can change the background. Say you want them to be in a demon castle. Now this is just like the title screen, where it allows you to use two different images in order to create more options. Some of the stuff doesn't go together at all, so you'll have to really double check and make sure that you don't put something that's not supposed to go together. Like, see this, Demon Castle 1 and Demon Castle 1, those go together quite well. See, even this could go together quite well, just because of the way it's set up. But we're going to go with Dark Castle 1. So that way, you know, say you're running through a castle and that's what you're going to fight. Conditions, let's see here. This is like different events. Say you wanted to make like a boss fight. This is where you could add and do different effects. Like say you wanted to show text and show like a boss's face or something like that. This is where you would go. But that stuff's going to be in eventing when I do a video on that. So go ahead and hit apply. States. As you can see, this is pretty self-explanatory. You have knockout, guard, immortal, poison, blind, silence, rage, confusion, fascination, and sleep. These are pretty simple and self-explanatory. But I'm not sure if you need any other states. You can always add custom states because there's always going to be new things that you want to add in here. Just customize your game more. Immortal lot basically means they can't be knocked out. See over here. Knockout, that means they can't get any XP. State number 1 will automatically be added when HP reaches 0. Yeah, knockout right here, that basically means they got knocked out. They're slain, dead, you know. The only way to come back is for them to have that state removed. So like up here where the cow milk is, this is where you would go like here. You would remove knockout state and add their HP back. That's where you would do that. I should have probably put that on there earlier, but yeah. Now you know how that works. Okay, animations. This is where the like attack animations, magic, all that good stuff. That's where that's gonna happen. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do a basic one. 121. Go all the way down here. There's a lot of them down here. Don't know a name yet. Let's see. We're gonna call this Secure 1 or some fire. Okay. Turn it into like some blue fire. So it almost looks what do you call it, like water. But you can check the different things here. Yeah, that sounds good. And this is where you can set flash, or if you want to, like in the old game, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, this is where you would do, this is where it would slash just the character and flash them a different color. Like say you wanted to flash them that color or that color. You can adjust each of these and it will tell you, it will adjust the different color settings. So we're going to leave it like that. And there's so many different options here. Too much for me to cover right now. But yeah, you can set up frames. Say you want to do a new frame. This is where you would do it. Each frame is going to be a piece of the animation. So let me give you an example here. This one right here has 42 frames. This one is wind all 3. So let's go ahead and play that. As you can see, it's like really complicated, a lot of stuff going on. But that just shows you what you can make if you take the time to do it. It's not something you're going to be able to do like really quickly and right away. Tile sets. This is where you can make your, if you get a custom tile set and you need to add it to this, this is where you're going to do it. And usually they're named properly. So if you buy like the DLC for the RPG Maker MV, they're going to have they're going to be noted on the end of the file which slot they're supposed to go in. So that helps you there, like A1, A2, A4, A5, B, C, all those good things. You just want to make sure that you get them in the proper spot. So right here, let's see, overworld, outside. This is going to be like your exterior. If you ever used RPG Maker VX Ace, that's the exterior. These are basically the exterior ones. And you get a preview here of the different ones. Now A, that's going to be like your ground floor, your bottom, that's below your character. B, this is stuff that's going to be sticking up usually about the same height level as your character. Some stuff can go over your character, like right here, as you can see by the stars. C, this is the stuff that's going to be well above your character, except for places like this. That's why they're X's, so that way your character is not able to get right up on them, unless you wanted it that way, which you'd have to work with that and mess around with it to get the proper effect. But the stars, those basically mean that the character can pass under them. O means the character can pass over them. X means the character cannot pass into that tile. And you have all the different settings right here. See, like this, passage, 4 directions. This tells you which ways you can go. You have the option to set up everything like customized. Like, and if you want to set damage here, like that sets damage to your character right there. But each of them is their own. Say you want to set a ladder, you know, to go up. That's how you can do that. There's so many different options here. Okay, common events. These are going to be your global events, which I'll get into that whenever we do the eventing video, which is going to be next after this one. Okay, starting party. This is where you're going to set your initial party that whenever you first load into the game, this is where, this is what your party will start with. So if you're wanting to start a game and you're only wanting to have one character, then you're going to want to remove all these other ones. Like for me, I'm going to have Amelia. I'm going to have her as my starting. And as you can see, here's your game title. This is where you're going to change your game title. Amelia's Grand Adventure. And your currency. Say you want to go all Final Fantasy, you could go Jill. You could do that. SC magic skills, all that stuff. If you want to use side view battle, which personally that's the way I like doing it, because it reminds me of the old Final Fantasy games. Let's see, your title music, battle, victory, defeat, game over. When you get in a boat, when you get in a ship, airship, and then there's other stuff too, like cursor, enemy attack. These are like basic item sounds, but you can change every single one of these. And then right here you have your attack motions. You can set images and stuff like that. And here, starting positions. Say you want to have your boat and your airships and all like that set on different maps. That's where you're going to set it all up. And this is where you can set your player's starting position within the world. This is where you would do it. Title screen. This is where you're going to set up your title screen. And there's a lot of options. You have a ton of options here to go through, which these are actually pretty neat, looking at them. Yeah, this is where you would go about setting all these. Well, that looks actually pretty neat. Floral, ooh, that's neat. That's really neat. But anyways, moving on. Okay, you can apply. Types, like I said, this is where you set up your different, basically your rule sets, your different types of elements, skills, weapons, armor, and equipment. And you can change the name information for each one. You just click on it and you go down here and change it. Terms, levels, these are pretty self-explanatory. Different commands. Instead of guard, if you wanted it to be defend, you could do it there. Buy, sell. A lot of these are pretty much preference. You could say change this to main menu or something like that. That's up to you. And then here you can go through. You don't have to go through and check and see. But this right here is basically replacing, like, %1, that's going to replace the character that took the damage. %2, that's going to be the amount of damage they took. That was totally random. But yeah, that's basically the database. I know we're at about 33 minutes, so I'll go ahead and cut it here. But yeah, that's the basics of the database for the game system. One little extra tidbit: if you have DLC that you're importing into here, you want to make sure that you select the right folder before you hit import. Otherwise, it'll end up in the wrong folder, and you'll have to go in manually and move everything. Or you can go in and just delete, just by clicking delete. But I wouldn't recommend deleting anything that you that came with default unless you know you're replacing it, because when you delete it here, it's going to delete it within the database. So yeah, I would make sure that you really pay close attention and be careful. Alright, well, if you liked the video, make sure to hit subscribe, like, and follow me on Twitter @TheAdderus. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one when I do eventing. Thanks, and bye.